Alright, welcome back to a new video. Today we're going to be talking about an influencer boxing match. Why? Well, because that's about it. There's nothing left. I mean, there is the Davis versus Garcia fight happening in January 7th. Guess I can make a video. And Jermell Charlo fighting Tim Tszyu at the end of January. But let's talk about something a little bit more important. And that is KSI versus Danis. But before that, like the other influencer boxing matches, why not go through the rest of the fights? So the fights that have been officially announced is Slim versus Zanetti. Zanetti being a cook, I think. He's a very lavish guy, so I don't know. I don't know what he brings to the boxing table, but easy win for Slim. And then one that's surprising, that's Ryan Taylor versus Swarms. That's right, Swarms is back. After his fight with KSI, which he literally just ran the entire fight and only landed one punch, which I don't blame him. He doesn't know how to fight. 100% makes sense. But he's fighting Ryan Taylor. If you don't know who that is, most people don't. He fought Slim in the, what was it? Boxing 03 card, I think it was, or 04, whatever. No, it was 03. Well, he did a pretty good match against Slim until he got dropped. So, you know, a little bit something. So, I mean, props to Swarms for finding someone that is better at fighting than most people. Taylor's going to knock out Swarms, to be honest. And not like a TKO like KSI did to him. No, like a straight up wobbly legs type stuff. It ain't going to be fun watching Swarms fight. Next, we got Anthony Taylor, which actually is pretty good at fighting, to be honest. And he's fighting Idris Virgo, which is a public figure TV celebrity professional boxer. Which, I mean, professional boxer, I mean, you could say that about anyone. I mean, Pineda was considered a professional boxer, and look what happened to him. Who I think is going to win? Anthony Taylor. He's not going to be close. The next one is Salt Poppy, which is the weirdest name I'm not going to say anymore. I'm just going to name him Salt, versus Josh Bjorkner, which actually, people are saying, oh, this is going to be the biggest test of Salt's career, right? You know, because most of the time he fights people who either don't know how to fight or are a lot slower than him. But Josh Bjorkner, I don't think he really will pose that much of a threat. Because look who he fought. The last time he fought was in boxing 04. I mean 03 I meant. It's only 03. I thought it was 04, but whatever. Right? And he fought against Chase Demir. And you could probably tell with the clip circulating around the internet. Let's just say he also does not know how to fight, like, at all. So, you know, putting them together, it's not going to be that, you know, big of a fight, because Salt is just going to knock him out. And it was like, oh, look at him, he's so good. Now he beat Josh Bjorkner. Maybe, like, oh, now he's so good. Yeah, okay. But it was just Bjorkner, man. He fought Chase Demir. You can't say that he's a good fighter. He needs to fight someone like a Nissan Gibb. The only time I'll ever credit Salt in his skills is if he beats a Nissan Gibb. And he's not beating a Nissan Gibb. Even though he asked for a lot of money, it doesn't matter. He's still not winning against him. And another one which came up, which first of all, I have no idea who any of these people are, is Ordway versus Brook. I think Brook, I think she was supposed to fight in the other card. I'm not too sure. No, I don't think so. But she is 1-0, so I have no idea where that first win came from. I think it's crazy. But who's gonna win? I don't know, man. Just flip a coin. You'll find out who wins. You just flip a coin. And the weird thing about influencer boxing, before we get to KSI versus Danis, is the fact that even in influencer boxing, they can't get away from corruption. Like, come on, literally. King Kenny and his whole fiasco with his whole robbing people of wins multiple times against FaZe members for some reason. They must hate FaZe or something. And then you have Dean the Great versus Walid Shark, right? Which is a pretty good match. You know, two people who actually kind of look like they know what they're doing, because they do. Dean got dropped like 2 times, somewhere around there. And then Shark got dropped once. Turned his back, which we get it. Not a good thing to do, especially when you get dropped. But they just ended the fight. First of all, I think it was a 3-round fight. And Dean the Great got dropped 2 or 3 times. Shark already basically won the fight in terms of points. And they didn't give him the benefit of the doubt of, hey, man, maybe he could continue. Because you especially have to give the person the benefit of the doubt against someone who is winning the fight. You just don't just say, oh, he's done. Call the fight off. No. So, yeah, that's already a thing. But now, to the main event, KSI versus Danis. Which is really weird because I thought he was calling out people like Tyron Woodley and Tommy Fury. He said, I'm not going to fight Tommy Fury because my next fight is going to be in the USA. Then all of a sudden he's fighting in the UK. So, yeah, I don't know where that came from. And they didn't want to fight Woodley for some reason. I have no idea. He's basically the best choice. But he also called out Andrew Tate, specifically after his win against, I think, Pineda. And then he's like, oh, I'm not fighting him because he's too big for me. You don't specifically call someone out like that and then just say, nah, never mind, I think I'm good. Like, what? You don't do that. That's dumb. But he's fighting against Danis, who, if I am 100% sure, hasn't fought in a long time, isn't a striker, and ain't even a champion. Tell me again how there's a debate going around who would win between KSI and Jake Paul. Yeah, there's no debate. There shouldn't be a debate. Look at Jake Paul's last opponents. 2 MMA fighters. Well, then again, who is he going to fight? Some journeyman that no one knows about and no one's going to watch because like, oh, well, we don't want to watch him. He's a nobody. Well, what do you want to watch? You want to watch a professional boxer or do you want to watch someone that people know? Or make up your mind, right? But it was the UFC champion, Tyron Woodley, and the UFC legend, Anderson Silva. He beat both of them, one via KO, massive KO, and one via unanimous decision. KSI fought Swarms, who had to learn how to fight in the time where he got asked for the fight up until, well, the fight, only like a month or two. And Pineda, a professional boxer which somehow has 2 wins to his name, which, first of all, I have no idea how he got that. But someone who looks like he literally did not know what he was doing in the ring, which sucks. Because it's like, well, you hyped him up and look at him. He's not even that. What? I could probably whoop his ass. That's crazy. But going up against Danis, who, first of all, got rocked by Anthony Taylor. So, you could probably tell his striking ability is not the best. And what? Well, there's one thing circulating that he got choked out by a bouncer. An MMA fighter got choked out by a bouncer. I get it. Bouncers are like humongous dudes, 6'4", 230 pounds or something like that, right? But come on, man. Really? Who do I think is going to win between KSI and Danis? The fact is, there's actually a humongous chance that Danis can actually win. KSI isn't a good fighter. He just swings and hopes for the best. He very rarely shows any skill. The last time he showed any skill was against Logan Paul 2, which is I don't even know how many years ago. This dude's gears are more than rusted. They're gone. There's no more gears. But props to KSI. At least it's a step up. But then again, from Swarms and Pineda, anything is a step up, to be honest. And it's like, I don't get it. The fight's still going on. You're saying, why am I covering it? Well, because like people on the internet say, anyone can join influencer boxing if they got enough people following them. You could get where I'm going with this. No, you don't, because I'm not going to call someone out. I'm dumb. I'm not going to do that. But still, this fight makes no sense. Basically, just another cash grab. KSI is trying to make as much money as he can before getting knocked out by Jake Paul. Like, the only people who genuinely could say KSI would win or they want KSI to win and not be, brain dead idiots are his family members. That's the only people who I could see saying that they want KSI to win. I mean, of course, it's family. You're not going to go against your own blood, but you get the point, right? KSI is once again fighting someone who does not know how to strike, like at all. At least Jake Paul fought strikers. He's fighting, I don't even know who. He's fighting Danis. Alright, I don't even know his record. His record's doo-doo. But one thing is that he's famous, so he'll bring in the numbers, so, money. But that's the end of the video. There's nothing much else to say other than I don't even know what this card is anymore. The experience level is now so wide that it's really hard to get new influencers fighting unless they're both fighting other influencers who don't know how to fight, which is really weird, especially if people want to watch decent fights, especially with the people higher up, right? Like Slim, not really KSI, but you get the point. Jake Paul, Dean the Great, definitely. And then you get put these fighters who don't know how to fight, and then you end up with this. I mean, it's funny. It's fun. Don't get me wrong. It's hilarious watching people who don't know how to fight. Like this video. You should watch this video. It's hilarious. But after seeing it multiple times, it just doesn't hit right, It's just like, why is this a thing? Why are people actually paying to watch this? It was funny at first, and not anymore. But anyways, yep, that is the end of the video. Next video will be on, I don't know, Davis versus Garcia. Might as well. But yeah, I'll catch you in the next one.
Ladies and gentlemen, Going to the scorecards, the judges have determined by unanimous decision, your winner is the red corner.